You're listening to the Traffic and Conversion Show. I'm your host, Michelle Fernandez, and today I am sharing a hot topic that most people overlook when it comes to higher conversions, and that is mobile optimization. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. How is 2024 treating you so far? Well, today we are diving into why mobile optimization is crucial for higher conversions. So let's explore the key reasons why you should prioritize optimizing your website and landing pages for mobile devices. And I'll share some actionable tips to get you started on the right track. Sound good? Heck yeah, it does. All right. So before we dive into the whys, of mobile optimization, let's establish some context. Okay. So the mobile landscape has evolved dramatically over the years. With more and more people using their smartphones and mobile devices, more people are accessing the internet on their phones more than ever before, right? In fact, studies show that mobile internet uses have surpassed desktop usage globally. Crazy, right? And I say crazy. However, when I look at my pattern of use, I mean, maybe you shouldn't count me because I do work from a desk on my computer all day long on my desktop. However, a lot of my peers in this space, they use a laptop device and sometimes their phone, right? I use my phone when I'm on my go or traveling or things like that. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool what technology has done over the years. So, anyway, back to the show. So, what does this mean really for your business? It means that if your website and landing pages are not optimized for mobile devices, you're potentially missing out on a massive audience because mobile optimization just isn't nice to have feature anymore, right? It's a necessity for success in the digital world. So, first and foremost, let's make sure that you are using a platform where you can optimize for mobile devices. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that in there just in case I forget to mention it later. Okay, so let's dive into the reasons why mobile optimization matters. The first one is user experience, right? Because mobile optimization definitely improves your user experience. So, have you ever visited a website on your smartphone only to find it's like slow, maybe a little clunky, and even difficult to navigate? It's frustrating, right? Well, your users feel the same way. So, mobile optimized websites load faster, they have intuitive navigation, and they adapt to different screen sizes, providing a seamless and enjoyable experience for your visitors. So let's picture this. Let's just say you are a budding e-com entrepreneur and your online store lacks this mobile optimization. So shoppers who access your website on their smartphones experience this frustratingly slow, like load times, non-responsive design. So what do the shoppers do? They abandon their carts, which means they bounce from that page and they go find your competitor looking for the same product, right? That means you've missed opportunities. Womp womp, or I should say, even say sales opportunities. That's like womp womp womp, right? So this runs true even for those of us who have a course platform, right? And that's not mobile friendly. Your students might struggle with accessing lessons and engaging with your content on their mobile devices, leading to less than ideal learning experience. They may not even finish the course, right? So, whether you're selling products, sharing knowledge, or building funnels, optimizing for mobile is not just an option. Like I said, it's a necessity in delivering a seamless and user-friendly experience to your audience. So keep that in mind, especially with your landing pages, they need to be optimized, okay? The second one is Google search or search engine rankings, I should say. So Google is the most popular search engine, right? And what they do is they prioritize those mobile friendly websites, okay? And I just wanted to clarify, I'm saying websites, so it could be your website and it could also be your landing pages. So when I say websites, let's just say it covers all things when they land on a page, okay? So they prioritize these mobile-friendly websites in its search results. So if your website is not optimized for mobile, you could be missing out on valuable organic traffic, right? We work so hard. I just got a text from my friend this morning. She's like, man, my ads aren't doing good and building things organically is so much harder. I'm like, yes, it is. So we want to hang on to whatever organic traffic that we can get, right? So mobile optimization can positively impact your SEO efforts and help your site rank higher in those search results. So consider this. You are a content focused entrepreneur aiming to reach a broader audience, right? So if your website isn't mobile optimized, you're essentially missing out on a significant chunk of that organic traffic from Google searches. Why? Because Google is more friendly or values these mobile friendliness in its ranking algorithm, causing your valuable content to remain hidden from the users, right? Or I should say the users that are searching on their phones or tablets. Let me just throw that in there. This is a missed opportunity to expand your online presence and connect with a larger audience. Okay, the third reason is higher conversion rates. Like now you're talking my language, right? And I hope that I am talking your language too. So here's something businesses love to hear. Mobile optimization can lead to higher conversion rates. Yes, it does, because when users have a positive experience on your mobile site, they are more likely to engage with your content, make purchases, or take other desired actions. So mobile optimization removes barriers that might be deterring potential customers, making it a surefire way to boost conversions and drive business growth. Okay. So now that we've covered the whys of mobile optimization, let's shift gears and talk about how to get started with optimizing your website for mobile devices. Okay. So first, we want a responsive design. So implement a responsive web design, and again, that's a landing page too, that adapts to various screen sizes and orientations. So this ensures that your website looks and functions well on all devices. Now, when it comes to mobile optimization, implementing a responsive design is absolutely crucial. This means that designing your website in a way that it automatically adapts to those different sizes and orientation. So think of it as a one size fits all approach to web design. Okay. Whether a user visits a site on a smartphone, a tablet, a desktop, or maybe like, what else do you have? A tablet, desktop, your phone. There's something else that I've been seeing people with. Anyway, maybe it's just a smaller kind of iPad looking thing. Anyway, it ensures that the layout, the images, the text size is a huge one. Okay. Text size, if I can't read, your font size needs to be responsive as well. They're optimized for exceptional browsing experience. Okay. So it's all about making sure that your website looks and functions seamlessly, regardless of the device that your audience is using. So it not only enhances the user satisfaction, but it also positively impacts your site's performance in those search engines like we just talked about, making it really a foundational element of mobile optimization. Okay, so this is something interesting that I wanted to share with you because let me just go into it. So it's a mobile first approach. So consider designing your website with the mobile first mindset. Okay, so start by optimizing for mobile devices and then scale up to larger screens. So I say this is interesting because I always build opposite. I always start with the desktop. Looks good. Okay, now let me optimize for mobile. Okay, so this could be a different approach that you take where you start with mobile and then you go to desktop because you're like, okay, I know mobile has to be done first. So let me make sure that looks really good and then adjust it to the desktop device. So, and embracing this approach is a smart strategy for effective mobile optimization. And the reason I say this is because a lot of times we're like, okay, let me just build this out for those of you who maybe struggle a little bit with text, or maybe you get a little bit impatient and you're like, all right, I just want to get this done so I could start selling it and I could get it out there. we often forget to do the mobile optimization. So starting with the mobile first could be more beneficial to you if you're like that type of person, okay? So when you prioritize designing your website with this mobile device in mind, you ensure that the user experience is exceptional on these smaller screens, which means, like I said, simplifying your design, prioritize important content, and you're really optimizing it for faster loading times. So once your mobile version is perfected, you can then scale up to the larger screens like the tablets and the desktops. Make sense? Okay, so let's talk about the page speed optimization. Okay, so speed matters on mobile, right? We're all in a hurry. We're all go, go, go. It's like, okay, I want to see this thing. How come it's taking me so long? The other day, my dad came over because he can't order anything online, right? He'll come over just because something happened on his phone. He's like, what is this, right? So he goes to show me something, and the page is taking forever and ever to load on his phone. So he's like, oh my gosh, I think this is the page. Is it not this page? And he's going on now. So think about that user experience where number one, he's getting frustrated. Number two, he's bouncing from the page, going back in, right? So here's how you do that. You compress your images, you minify the code, and leverage your browser caching to ensure your site loads quickly. So this is something that there's a whole bunch of tests that you can do. You can even hire people to help with your speed optimization. What I will say is that although, like I say, to reduce your or compress your images, you want to make sure they're still crisp, right? So when it comes to your design, sometimes we want to get all fancy and maybe that's just not what you need, okay? If there's too many of these graphics and images and GIFs or whatever you have on your page, that could be detrimental as much as you think it's pretty or as much as you like it. That's why a lot of times people just go simpler on their landing pages or their website. However, there is a nice in between that you could be happy with, loving the way it looks, as well as it have this fast loading time, okay? So page speed optimization is a crucial component of the mobile optimization. So mobile users expect fast loading websites, and a slow site can just drive them away. So to ensure your site loads quickly, consider compressing those images to reduce their size, minify your website's code to remove unnecessary elements. And if you're like, what does that mean? When I hear the word code, I start to freak out because I don't know what that means. That could mean this. That could mean that maybe you have, let's just say, certain pixels. So let's say you were running Facebook ads on one account and either that account got shut down or you decided to open another one. So now you have two Facebook pixel codes on your website. Okay, so consider removing that. Now, there's a lot of platforms that you might be using that have their own code in the background that you don't even know about. Okay, so this happened with a huge company that we all probably know and use. I used to use them and I've recently moved from them. And that what was happening. It was kind of like, hey, we're so minimal on our design and this and that, but the pages are still taking forever because they have a lot of code in the background. Okay, so that's just something else to consider. But when I say code, it could just mean simple things like that, even just for what you have on your page. Okay. And you also want to leverage browser caching to store frequency access files locally on the user's devices, okay? Now let's talk about touch-friendly design. So make sure that your buttons and your links are large enough and well-spaced for easy tapping. And you might be saying, oh my gosh, Michelle, I never even thought about that. That's why we're talking about this today, okay? Okay, so this minimizes the risk of frustrating the users with unintentional clicks. Has that ever happened to you? You're like trying to click on something, you're like, oh, I didn't mean to click there, and then you're trying to go back, right? So when it comes to mobile optimization, ensuring a user-friendly experience is like paramount, right? So to achieve this, it's crucial to make the button and the links on your mobile site large enough and again, well spaced. So think about how that design. So your design consideration facilitates easy tapping or clicking. Okay, so we want to think, how am I going to minimize the frustration of my users, and how do I get them to actually intend or like go to wherever they tend on and remove any unintended actions? Okay, so just picture that you're like a frustrated visitor trying to navigate your website on this little small touchscreen. And for those of us who are a little bit older and are having a little bit more time seeing their mobile device and refuse to wear those readers, right? We want to make sure that even your mobile size font is not too small. We can see where we're going and just be able to tap through and go to the place that we want. Okay, we want to eliminate the recipe for high bounce rates and user dissatisfaction. Okay, so let's talk about optimizing the images and videos. So use compressed images like we talked about, and consider lazy loading for videos to prevent excessive data uses on mobile networks. Okay, so optimizing these images and videos is a crucial step in mobile optimization. So to ensure a smooth mobile experience, it's really essential, once again, to condense those images that reduce the file sizes without compromising the quality. Additionally, consider implementing these lazy loadings for videos. So that just simply means that the videos only load when they come into view. Okay, so if you've ever even seen that, you'll be like, oh, I know what that is now. That's lazy loading, right? So this is what happens. It prevents excessive data usage on mobile networks and improving page loading times. Okay, so this approach not only caters to users with a limited data plans, but it also contributes to faster page load times, a key factor in user satisfaction and those SEO rankings, right? So by implementing these optimizations, you can create this mobile friendly environment that appeals to a broader audience while keeping that data usage and loading times in check. All right, let's talk about mobile SEO. So pay attention to mobile specific SEO practices such as optimization meta tags, improving mobile page load times, and ensuring your site is indexed correctly. Okay, so mobile SEO is also obviously a vital aspect of mobile optimization and should definitely not be overlooked. And I know for me personally, like SEO is a little scary for me sometimes. I don't even know why, because I don't know enough about it, right? So it's like I'm counting on people to help me with that. So if you need somebody to help you with that too, don't be afraid to ask, because you definitely don't want to be overlooking this. So it involves focusing on specific practices to enhance your website's visibility and performance on mobile devices. So in today's mobile-centric world, mobile SEO is a must for anyone looking to maximize their online presence and reach a wider audience. Okay, so as you can see, mobile optimization matters. It enhances your user experiences, improves your search engine rankings, and can lead to higher conversions, right? Which we all want to improve our bottom line. So make sure that in 2024, you are going through, like, put it on your list. Have your team or yourself just go through, look at literally when I'm building out funnels, I am looking on my phone, and at the same time, I'm like, "Ooh, that could be a little bigger, that could be a little smaller. Let me click on this button, or is it too small, or the link's too little and I can't click?" Think about this as well, is your emails. If you have any links in your emails and people are reading their emails on mobile devices, are they able to click on those, right? Should you possibly put a button in there, right? So think about that. Play around with it. Remember, marketing is all about testing. That's what it is, a giant experiment. You are in a huge marketing lab, right? So if you haven't already, definitely take the time and prioritize optimization in Q1 of 2024. Actually, even in the month of January or February, you should just get it done. And by following the tips that we've discussed today, you can set your website and landing pages on a path to success in this mobile era. I hope you found this discussion on mobile optimization both informative and inspiring. Just think about the potential that might just be sitting there, all the money that you're leaving on the table that you're just going to scoop up. I appreciate you so much for being here with me today. And hey, if you like the show, I would appreciate it if you would go to Apple, what is it now called? Apple Podcast, and leave me a review. All right, until next time, let's grow your business together.